All right. I'm going to start off these with instead of having me fumble around. I'm going to start sharing the screen. Take my glasses off so I can see it better. And right off the bat, so I'm not fumbling around for it. You don't need to see my ugly face anyhow. So we're going to talk about 1910 subpart S again. I'll be on subpart S for a couple of weeks. Just kidding. Just seemed like a couple of weeks. This is called electric utilization systems. It's got a lot of jargon in it that we're going to zip through, but we're going to go through. It's not that long anyhow. So, all right. 302 to 308 contain design safety standards for electric utilization systems. And then the scope of this thing, provisions of 302 to 308 cover electrical installations and utilization equipment installed or used within or on building structures and other premises, including yards, carnivals, parking and other lots, mobile homes, recreational vehicles, industrial substations, conductors that connect the installation to a supply of electricity, and other outside conductors on the premises. So a lot of stuff in there. Not covered. They don't cover installations in ships, watercraft, railway rolling stock, aircraft, or automotive vehicles other than mobile homes and recreational vehicles. And installations underground in mines. That's 1910, the 302 and 308. There's a lot of this does not cover for portions of the subpart. It can get a little confusing. Installations of railways for generation, transformation, transmission, or distribution of power used exclusively for operation of rolling stock or installations is used exclusively for signaling and communication purposes. Installations of communication equipment under the exclusive control of communication utilities located outdoors or in building spaces used exclusively for such installations, or installations under the exclusive control of electric utilities for the purpose of communication or meeting. And I'm not going to read the rest of that because that's what it doesn't cover. So basically, electric utilities pretty much have their own standards. Extent of application requirements applicable to all installations. The following requirements apply to all electrical installations and utilization equipment, regardless of when they were designed or installed. And that's what these are, 303, all these sections here, required everything. All these too. I'm not going to read them all. Now, all these sections are 305, 307. And then requirements applicable to installations made after March 15, 1972. Every installation and all utilization equipment installed or overhauled after March 15, 72 shall comply with the revisions of 1910, 302 through 308, except as noted in B3 and B4, which we're going to cover right now. B3, requirements applicable only to installations made after April 16, 1981 is these. And requirements applicable only to installations made after 2007. So you can see this is how they kind of grandfather stuff in and change it. So I'm not going to, if you run into these things, there's some things in there that are covered here, and you'll have to figure out which ones are. And it's just way beyond the scope of this course to do that. Elevators, dumbwaiters, which is all kind of carnival circus fairs. And so applicability of requirements for disconnecting means. I thought this was interesting. The bold is mine. The requirement in section 1910.147 C2 III that energy, and that's lockout tagout, that energy isolating devices be capable of accepting a lockout device whenever a replacement or major repair, renovation, or modification of a machine or equipment is performed, and whenever new machines or equipment are installed after January 2nd, 1990, applies in addition to any requirements in 1910.303 through 308 that disconnecting means be capable of being locked in the open position under certain conditions. So this standard here is pulling in this paragraph, 147 C2 III, that says when major repairs or renovations, you got to put a lockout in there, which is a good idea. And so they're saying that applies in addition to any other requirements. And that's a real good idea. I don't know if they should throw that in there instead of doing this, just throw that verbiage in the standard. But that's the end of 1910.302. Not much to it, except that level of gobbledygook. But I thought that one was interesting about lockout. There is procedures in one of these standards for lockout on electrical, and it's pretty similar to the other lockouts. So anyhow, that's it for this short standard. That's it for this one. Yep. Be safe.